Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTTV Week. Now I'm here at IBC where I'm pleased to be joined by Henrik Axelsson of KenCast. Henrik, thank you for joining me today. Can you tell me a little bit more about KenCast? Give us an overview.
Sure. Well, we're a content delivery company, so we make software and hardware for reliable, secure and efficient content delivery. I've been doing that for over 30 years now. So we kind of perfected the solution, and this is our main focus. This is what we do.
Now tell me a little bit more about the products and solutions and what sectors.
Sure, we're in a diverse range of different sectors. Kind of fits all nicely with our software, but it can roughly be divided into 3 different sectors. One is military and defense. We've been serving the US military for almost 2 decades now. So we're in all military bases, we're in airplanes, airships, and really there it's providing mission critical, reliable content delivery. So they're using many different networks to deliver their content, satellite being one of them. And what we do is that satellite is an unreliable network. We can correct for the unreliability on satellite to make it virtually perfect. Another big network is feature film delivery to movie theaters. Today we're in close to 5,000 theaters worldwide. We're in 3,000 in the US alone. There's the same thing again. You have huge amount of data you want to send out. It could be hundreds of gigabytes up to a terabyte. You do it in a broadcast, multicast kind of way, and we can make sure it gets there perfectly every time. And the third one is enterprise, and there it's news and broadcasting is a big part of that. So we've been helping AP and Thomson Reuters, among others, to distribute their content, syndicate the news to their affiliates. So over a satellite network, we're doing that. Working with weather agencies, the NOAA in the US, to distribute content to, I think it's 169 countries. And there is weather data, so it's mission critical data. Doing the same in Japan. And there's also a lot of big enterprises who have a need to push out data, reliable, over mostly unreliable networks. Target, Bank of America, many different networks are doing that.
Now it's a very competitive world we live in. What sets you apart from the competitors with your product solutions?
Sure. So I think the big thing is we've been doing this thing, that's reliable content delivery, for over 3 decades now. We have a very clear focus on what we're doing. So we have a very reliable product. We've been implementing this for 3 decades. So it's a lot of features. And the feedback we get from our customers is it just works. So they trust us to kind of get a sense of relaxation when they're using our product, for lack of a better word. And another thing the customers tell us is set it and forget it. What does that mean? Well, they kind of get our software, do the initial implementation, we help them with configuration, and then it just runs there in the background doing their work, and they don't have to think about it, they don't have to worry about it.
Now tell me a little bit more about the DCDC Coalition.
Sure, so that's the Digital Cinema Distribution Coalition, just a little bit of history going back there. So movies have been around for a long time, obviously, and there were reels, they were sending expensive reels to produce and manufacture, big things shipping around, and that went down up until the 80s. Then in the 90s they started to do digital movies, and they kind of slowly went into the market, and the way they distributed these movies, the digital ones, were on hard drives, so shipping hard drives around. And in the early 2000s started doing digital distribution. So we worked with many different companies doing digital distribution. It's typically satellite. So you get this huge file, we ingest it into our server, we add what's called forward error correction, and it's a key part of our solution where we have almost 30 patents related to that, and we send it out over satellite. Bits get lost, maybe minutes, maybe hours. We can, with our extra forward error correction, reconstruct the movie at the theater. So we were doing that, and in 2012 DCDC was formed, and they wanted to find a solution to kind of, it was formed by AMC, Regal and Cinemark, and Universal and Warner. So it was a unique combination of studios and exhibitors to form the network with the aim of really having a big enough network to make content delivery efficient over satellite. It was a shootout, different technologies, different service provider. KenCast was involved, and ultimately we won the contract in 2012. And we've been delivering content since 2013, so it's close to 10 years. I think what really took off there is we have a great reputation. It's military reliability. We have a big military customer base, and we also have the most feature-rich and reliable technology. As far as I know, they've been very happy with our solution. And we expand that in other regions of the world as well.
Now, the media and broadcast industries are evolving all the time. How do you evolve with them and deliver new solutions?
Sure. It's a big industry, and we're a smart and important piece of that. So what we see as the challenge for us, but we want to provide new solutions, technologies, it's really the hybrid networks. Sure, you broadcast something over a satellite or a TV signal to a home, content get lost. We have solutions for that. That's kind of a done and solved problem. Next step we want to go into is, you have someone on the move, whether it's a car, a plane, a person. 1 second you have one connectivity, maybe from a TV tower, then you go out of range, maybe you have cellular connectivity, and it's a gap between where you have no connectivity maybe. We want to provide solutions for that. We have solutions for that. We've done trials in the US for ATSC 3.0, which is the American television standard. Cars roaming between different towers, going in and out of coverage, and we can provide a perfect solution for that. A perfect user experience watching TV in the car, for example, without any kind of breakups, and that's where we see it's going to be a big growth as far as broadcast industry goes and our company.
Henrik, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you for having me.